what we are getting to know that the opposition has, of course, heightened its attack. Aam Aadmi Party has said the constitution has been cremated. On the other hand, the Congress is also building its attack. Clyde Castro of the NCP is joining me on the broadcast. Thank you for taking out your time, Mr. Castro. At this point in time, when we know that the opposition parties have boycotted, that they will not be visiting the inauguration of the new parliament, and there is, of course, heavy attack, a scathing attack that the Congress, the RJD, the Aam Aadmi Party are taking over the new parliament building. What is the take of NCP?
You have to remember one thing, that we are a democracy, and the head of the democratic setup of our country is the president. And it's very saddening to see that the president is not invited. The president is not there at the inauguration. Ideally, the president should be inaugurating the new parliament building. Firstly, the opposition was never taken into account or never spoken to while deciding to make the new parliament building. They went ahead and made the new parliament building. Now they're going against the democratic setup of our country and doing things that even, the people of the country should yield power, not anybody else. We are a democracy, not a monarchy. So I think somewhere the message sent to the world is very wrong, that in a democratic setup, the head of the democratic setup is not around, that is the president.
Absolutely, Mr. Castro. Thank you for speaking with us. Majid, the Memon of the TMC, is also joining us on the broadcast. Thank you, Mr. Memon, for speaking with us. What is the take of TMC? Where, as you can see, the inaugurations have been done. The ceremony was taken place very smoothly, but no opposition party and their calls were not taken into account. The president was also not invited.
Well, all this pomp and gaiety and this prolonged exercise of making a big show of the inaugural function is unfortunately and regrettably, without two-thirds of the Indian people's representatives. It is nearly one-third the ruling party, which is self-invited, self-organized occasion. And, when we look at this whole function which is being televised live from early morning, we find that there is a vacuum of both the president and the vice president absent. Vice president, who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha, is also not seen. It is only the prime minister and the speaker who just take up all these steps, and then it is something like, trying to dress up a sick body. The parliament's record of last 9 years of NDA rule has been pathetic. It is so dismal that you have not heard any brilliant speeches for ages now. It seems that the parliament is reduced to something which is unimportant from democratic values. And I would remind the people of this country, including the Honorable Prime Minister and the organizers of this occasion, that please just attend to what the Honorable Chief Justice of India, Justice Ramanna, had recently said while Amritsar 75 years was being celebrated. On that occasion, he lamented and said that during the last 9 years, no good laws are being formed, no good laws are being made, because the laws are passed with mere show of hands, without debates and discussion. The spirit of Parliament is lost. What is the record of the attendance of the Prime Minister himself in the House? It is dismal. It is unfortunate. It is like, you are trying to make a very decorative brick and mortar structure with no spirit in this so-called new Parliament. I am sorry that this is... And why have the organizers, including the Prime Minister as the head of the organizing committee, did not find a...
All right, Mr. Memon, thank you for giving us your reaction and your thoughts. Let's leave it at that, and also take a note at what else is happening on the